sign language interpreter. Now, NTV can authoritatively report that for the term limit of the president and other elected leaders to be extended from 5 to 7 years, as proposed by Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei, a nationwide referendum will have to be conducted. In that referendum, that must be done by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, a majority of voters must support the extension of term limits for the term to be extended by 2 years. NTV's political affairs reporter David Mudhoka explains the exact process of extending term limits of the head of state and other elected leaders, and tells you why Cherargei's proposal is not likely to see the light of day after all.
The debate on whether to extend the term limits of the president and other elected leaders or not has featured regularly since President William Ruto took office in September 2022. It began with Fafi Member of Parliament Salah Yakub, who in late 2022 revealed plans to table a bill in Parliament that sought to remove the current 2-term presidential limit and replace it with an age limit of 75 years. The bill that will have made President Ruto, for example, eligible to vie for office until 2041 was met with backlash from Kenyans and even the president, forcing the Fafi lawmaker to silently retreat and shelve his plans to extend the term of the president.
We will oppose any move to change the constitution. I will be at the front to say no to any change of the constitution, to change term limit, to change things that benefit individuals. Here, that is unnecessary. That is uncalled for.
Almost 2 years later, the agenda has come up again, this time from Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei, who has already taken a bill to the Senate that proposes that the term of the president and other elected leaders be extended from 5 years to 7 years, amid fears that the bill will pass in the Senate and in the National Assembly and become law if the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua from the office of the Deputy President is anything to go by. NTV can authoritatively tell you why you don't have to panic, as it is the Kenyan voter who has the final say on the proposal to extend presidential term limits. However, it goes without saying that where there's a will, there's a way. It is not lost on us that despite the controversy that shrouded the BBI process, it almost became law had the courts not declared it unconstitutional, null and void. According to Article 256, Sub-Article 6A of the Kenyan Constitution, should the National Assembly and the Senate pass Cherargei's bill, the President shall, before assenting to the bill, request the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, to conduct within 90 days a national referendum of the bill. Article 255, Sub-Article 2 of the Constitution further states that the bill will only pass if at least 20% of the registered voters in each of at least half of the counties vote in the referendum, and if the amendment is supported by a simple majority of the citizens voting in the referendum. This could be a tall order for Cherargei and other like-minded leaders if recent reactions from Kenyans, professionals, and other elected leaders are anything to go by.
Unajua pale bunge kama soko lingine lolote hakuwezi kosa wazimu. Kuna wazimu pale, siku moja anaamka analeta mswada ambao hauna mbele wala nyuma. Anasema ati anataka yeye amechaguliwa miaka 5, anataka kujiongezea ati miaka 7.
The time to talk about the extension of a term, hiyo is out of question. Na mimi nitakuwa mmoja wale nitaipika. Hiyo hapana.
Kenya ni nchi ya demokrasia. Na mwananchi ni wako na nguvu ya kusema uongezewe ama usiongezewe. Wacha kujiongezea wewe mwenyewe. Na hakuna sheria ama katiba ya Kenya itabadilishwa bila referendum.
David Mudhoka.